This week on the Spotlight, we talked to Micah Johnson. He's back with the club. Maybe he's got his defense straightened out. And then the Chicago Bears have started the season. They showed some good stuff, and not always good. And the folks at Lowell Franks in Burbank talked about them. And then we wrap up with some hockey going way back to the days of Steve Thomas. This week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago sports teams are making news, it's the 27th year of the Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to the Cove. Benkowski Trivia, Wednesday, September 23rd at 8 p.m. Great people, great game. 1750 East 55th Street. Fun at the Cove, featuring my trivia. Come out and play. Family Dentist. Lawrence Ferlin, E is the dentist. 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, and more. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. Calabria Imports has Italian foods and a great deli. You mention this TV ad, and you get a free Joe tea with a sandwich order. Conveniently located at 1905 West 103rd Street, Calabria Imports has great stuff. Check it out. I do all the time. Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. Bears, Packers, and you know who, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, boy. It was 7-3 at that point. Welcome to another edition of the Spotlight. It's another football season, and the Bears scored first against the Packers. And even though they're down 7-3 after the first quarter, the folks here at Little Frank's on 79th Street are still upbeat. And my newest co-worker, Marcy, is here. Marcy, tell us the mood of the people here so far.
Everyone's really excited, and they want the Bears to win. It's the first game of the season.
Yes. And you were here for a lot of Blackhawk excitement. And we're hoping that the Bears create similar excitement. What are some common things people are ordering to drink?
To drink a lot of beer. Like, everyone always wants domestic beers. Yeah. And a lot of cocktails, like with vodka, no matter what. Like pineapple and vodka, that's like our special.
Am I the only Jack Daniels guy so far?
Today, yeah.
Okay, well, good. Then you won't run out.
Yeah.
He said selfishly. Also, a little bit more about the pizza thing. What are some common pizza toppings that you get orders for when you work?
Sausage and onion.
Yeah?
Yeah, sausage and onion are the biggest ones, and then just the regular sausage and pepperoni.
Well, we noticed already that some good aromas coming out of the kitchen, and we are so ready for halftime. But, you know, one thing at a time. Another fine addition to halftime besides the food coming out would be if the Bears had the lead, would you think?
Yes. Everyone would be really excited, and probably a lot more people will come in.
Okay. And also, I understand that you are a Burbank person, and you told me that your first TV exposure happened at a pretty early year in school. Tell our listeners about that.
Yeah, I was in 7th grade, and I went to Liberty, and we had a broadcasting class, and I actually fainted the first time I was on the air, and it was very nerve-wracking, just like I am very nervous now.
Well, you look more natural. You shouldn't have told them, because they would have believed you were fine with it. And now you got another one under your belt. This one a little more professional, and who knows, you might be hosting this show eventually.
Hope so. Not as good as you, though.
Well, that's kind. So if I'm ever ill, she'll be taken over. But in the meantime, let's get back to the game and see what happens. So the Bears had no trouble moving the ball early, and Matt Forte scores, and the Bears were back in business. Late in the quarter, Robbie Gould on the brink of overtaking Kevin Butler for the Bears' all-time leading score with the wind at his back, kicks it for 50. So unexpectedly to some of us, the Bears have the halftime lead, and it's all smiles here at Lil Frank's on 79th. We're going to talk to some of the fans here, and a fine-looking plate of food. Tell everybody your name and what you're eating.
My name is Zoomer the Clown. I'm having a gravy bread, giardiniera, and mozzarella.
Good looking there. So the first half, the Bears were able to get some things done. What did you think?
I think they're doing okay, but I think they should use that Clausen. I think they should give him a chance. He does better.
Jay Cutler?
Cutler overpaid for doing nothing. In my honest opinion, when Nick Clausen, he does really good. He does very good, and Cutler's lucky today. Let's put it that way. He's lucky today.
Yeah, he's gotten a few breaks. That fumble that wasn't a fumble, and a key penalty on a Green Bay touchdown helped. But every team gets breaks. The defense now. The defense has allowed 10 so far. How they looking to you?
Defense is. I'll go with the 10 on the defense.
And do you have a guess on what kind of record the Bears are going to have when it's all over?
Well, for the first half of the season, I think they're only going to, if they keep going, if they do better, I think they're only going to win 2 of the 5 first games or whatnot. Yeah. If they do better, then that'll change. They gotta get Cutler. They gotta use the people that are sitting around that do something for the team rather than be a bench warmer for the team. And per se, the person that's out on the field doing nothing and just not giving the team anything.
Okay. Well, we're looking for results. It's a results-oriented world. You want people who produce, and that makes sense. We'll see what happens in the second half. In the meantime, time for us to get some pizza. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out. Tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18. In the third quarter, the Packers score first. Aaron Rodgers again. The Bears would add a field goal to cut it to 17-16 after 3. It's a nail biter in the Bears opener. Down by 1 into the fourth quarter. I would have been very happy if you had told me a couple weeks ago the Bears would be within 1 at this stage. We're enjoying the food here at Little Frank's. I got some pizza and fries. There's chicken and garlic bread over there. More stuff on the way. One of my old trivia players from here is with us today. Tell everybody your name and what you're enjoying.
Mike Conklin. I'm enjoying fries and chicken.
They put out a nice spread. It's a fun place to be.
Yeah, it's a fun place to be. We got the video gambling. We got the best pizza in Burbank. You know, it's a good place to hang out. Little Frank's.
And as far as the game's going, the Bears are getting some things done. They've scored 4 times now. What do you think is going to happen in the fourth?
I think we're going to pull this one out. I think it's going to be like 1 point. A 1 point win.
I'll take that. Everybody would be happy with it. The defense looks like it's got some life for a change.
Yeah, that's unusual, but, you know, we got this new coach. I think he's doing a good job. You know, when the guys screw up, he pulls them out and puts another guy in there.
Yeah, that's right. Consequences to pay. We'll see what happens. 15 minutes left on the clock. Unless they have overtime. The Bears playing catch-up most of this game, but Cutler finds Wilson, and this one almost goes to the house. Great play. The Bears playing catch-up. Martellus Bennett with a leap and a score, but the onside kick failed. So it's gotten a little quiet here at Little Frank's on 79th. The Bears had us into it for a pretty long time, but as so often happens over the years, with the Bears going for that tying touchdown, Jay Cutler eyeballed his receiver and threw the big pick. Clay Matthews took it back a bit. Green Bay had the clinching touchdown. And even though the Bears got a consolation score late and tried the onside kick, it wasn't to be. But they hung in there pretty long, and I don't know, at some level you got to take a little bit out of this. Some positives. The defense hung in there pretty good. They scored 5 times. And so re-rack it. Get ready for next week. On behalf of all the staff and crew here on 79th Street in Burbank, we urge you to come to Little Frank's. They got a great presentation, a great pizza pie, and other great food, and plenty of drinks. Thanks for watching this. We'll be back with more on the Spotlight. We'll switch to baseball right after these important messages. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You know you should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. We're back in the spotlight, and we're talking White Sox baseball. Micah Johnson is a guy who looked like he had all the potential in the world, and still does, but had some defensive problems early on. So as a result, he went to the minor leagues. He's back now, saying what he worked on and how he'll be better.
You got some words of advice from Marcus when you went down to not worry about the big picture. How important was that, and how much did that help you to kind of get things in perspective?
Well, yeah, me and Marcus talk a lot. He's just another great role model I have in my life that just keeps you focused when you're down there, and not to get upset about anything, just play every day. And you can't control that, so why stress yourself out over something like that? And I think, Marcus last year put a little pressure on himself when he got sent down and didn't get off to a start he wanted to down there. So they just told me to just play hard and not worry about it, and just work on your game, because there's a bigger picture, like you said.
Is there a specific
one or
part
two
of
things you want to think about here now as opposed to earlier in the season?
I think I don't really want to think about anything. I just want to play, and just that's what I do when I'm at my best. That's what I'm doing, is just playing and not worrying or thinking about too much at the plate or defensively or on the bases. That's just reacting with my instincts. I think at the beginning of the year I kind of got in trouble. I was just trying to do too much and try to think too much. Yeah, and so when you get sent down, you kind of have no pressure. You just play, and that's kind of what you want to translate up here, is just to just go off your instincts.
You were hit during that time when you were sent down. Did you catch you by surprise?
You don't ever want to get sent down, or you don't ever, I guess not fail, but you don't ever hear that you didn't do a good enough job. So it's tough to hear, but at the same time, you understand what you needed to work on. That it was pretty well understood that it wasn't an offensive move. It was for me to work on some things defensively that I needed to work on. And, obviously I respect their decision, and I went down there and worked on those things. Go ahead.
What was the balance when you went down between trying to work on defense but not ignoring other parts of your game and trying to keep all that in sync?
For me, offensively, I'm at my best when I'm not really worrying about offense. When I just show up at the field, relax, and go out there and not really worry about who's pitching that day or my swing. So offensively, it's kind of different for me. Defensively, I got to work on stuff. Defensively, I got to be out there working on stuff and just finding a rhythm. For me, offense just kind of comes. Defensive is something I got to work on.
So you wouldn't look at a Major League scouting report about a pitcher you haven't seen?
Down there, it's it's different. Down there, there's really no scouting reports on guys because you don't see it. There's not really much reports on them. So you just trust in your abilities, and I tend to hit better that for some reason like that, because you're just trusting in your swing and what he has. But other than that, you just trust what your process and your work that you put in.
You believe you're back to offensive weapon status from some of the base running that you were able to do down there? Is that part of the game coming back to your satisfaction?
Yeah, that's something I wanted to work on. When I got sent down, it was kind of like a blessing in disguise, because I was able to work on some stuff offensively that I wanted to work on. Some people say I hit okay up here, but for me, I didn't really drive the ball like I wanted to. Down there, I started driving the ball and focusing on a swing path that can elevate mistakes. And then when I got on base, I was able to practice running some more, because last year I got shut down, so I wasn't able to work on that like I needed to. So this year I was able to get down there and focus on running the bases efficiently.
With the White Sox, how often do you have the green light?
It's been a while since I've been here, so I don't have that strong a memory. But down there they just want you to work on it, so you usually go when you feel like you got something, and especially in the minor leagues, they have you free reign. Up here it's a little different, but there's just a lot more situations and stuff.
What do you think that part of the game is for you right now? Are you satisfied with
base running?
Yeah.
I'm very satisfied with my base running abilities right now. Stealing off of lefties and righties, both are where they want to be. And Vince Coleman came down twice to work on my leads, so that those bang bang plays turned into plays on my side. And then taking the extra base when I needed to. Stuff like that I really was able to focus on down there.
You watch video of pitchers' moves and try to learn from that?
Yeah, you try to, especially up here. You have the resources. Down there, you don't. Down there, you kind of just work on stuff for yourself. But I think that's also a key thing is to know the pitcher's moves when you go out there.
Is the hamstring issue that you had a few weeks ago, is that the same thing
Yeah, same thing as last year. Happens every time each time it happens when I'm swinging. It's not when I'm running. Just a semi-membranosis behind my knee. But that's one of those things. It's like you can't do anything much about, but it's all good. We rehabbed it for that month or whatever. I was in Arizona and got healthy and was running fine. And they let me go down there and play. They didn't bring me up on the first, so they gave me a chance to play more, and that was a good thing. I struggled when I got back for a little bit.
If you make good contact, you don't twinge that, but is that the kind of thing that hurts on a swing and a miss or something?
No, I don't swing. It doesn't hurt anymore when I swing. It's just one of those freak things, and that's it.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you.
I eat on the pasta twice.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at Watt 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Baracco's Pizza for my trivia night, Monday, September 21st at 8 p.m. The location, 134th and Cicero in Crestwood. We'll have a good time there. See you at Baracco's. I got an idea. Go to Oliver's Bar and Grill for my trivia. It's at 7 o'clock Thursday, September 17th, and again on October 1st. 6150 West 159th Street. I'll see you over at Oliver's. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. You better get to Jackie's Hot Dogs, open past midnight 7 days. 2 Polish and fry, $5.69. Gyros plate with big fries, $8.59. Big Baby double cheese, $2.85. Tamales, Italian beef, pizza puff, shakes, chicken breast, onion rings, and more at 5415 South Pulaski. They have it all going on at Jackie's Hot Dogs. I highly recommend it. I eat there periodically. I love it. You should try it too.
We all hang out together. We're all good friends, and everyone's on a positive attitude, and that really helps our hockey club.
Steve, at 5-5, with the momentum your way, did you think you had them?
Yeah, I did. That's the point where our fans really help us out. They really get going, and that really pumps us up. And I don't know what happened with that last goal. I was on the ice. It was kind of unfortunate, but I can't really put my finger on how that went in. But the bottom line is we lost this game tonight because of the first 5 minutes.
Steve, can you elaborate on facing the Flames after the kind of playoff you had with them last year? Certainly this game didn't characterize the violence end, if anything.
No, it was a pretty clean game, actually. There's only about 3 or 4 penalties in the whole game. And I don't know, it's just the first period in this game tonight was where we lost the game totally. And I thought we played pretty well in the latter part of the first, second, and third, but it was just unfortunate that we came up short. Calgary and the Blackhawks here, there's going to be a big chance of us possibly meeting them in the semifinals if we get by and if they get by. And it's nice to be able to go into the playoffs knowing that you have a bit of a psychological edge on them. And it's too bad we took this one on the chin tonight because it would have been nice to be.
Can a game like this be kind of a barometer, a measuring stick to see what you got to do in the latter part of the season to get ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that our club can play against anybody in this league and be successful. And if we can go out there and just all we got to do is play 60 minutes of hockey, good hard hockey, and we're going to win games, and that's all.
We're talking with the newest member of the Blackhawks, and just trying to get a feel from you if the game against Calgary is a kind of an indication of the strength of the Blackhawks, and to fight the defending Stanley Cup champions the way you did shows that you're right there with them.
Well, you know, after kind of going with a slow start, it needed a lot of good effort, good work from everybody who could come back in that game, and I think we proved that we had a good hockey club by doing that, but we're not too satisfied about the start of the game, and we'll have to work with that.
Talk a little bit about coming to Chicago and joining this club, considering what had been happening to you earlier this year.
Well, you know, after being around a bit in St. Louis and Montreal, it sure is nice to come here. I have a great feeling about the team. I feel like I'm going to go a step forward in my career, and I've been working a lot with the assistant coaches on personal things, and I'm sure that it will be really good for me.
A couple of interesting things that we read little tidbits about, like your personal thoughts on. One of them was the extensive weightlifting that the team players do after the game. That evidently surprised you.
Well, yeah, it was the first time for me that I got involved in so much work, and of course we all work out in the summer, and I wasn't used to working out in the season, and I'm real happy about how things are going right now. Everybody works really hard, and it's always as a team, and that's probably why the team is doing so well right now, because the guys are in good shape. The team looks over the guys as far in nutrition too, and like I said, it's only good for the players to watch all those things and work hard.
One other thing was the face shield that you had worn on the helmet. Why the decision on getting rid of that?
Well, you know, you always hate to be the only one around wearing something and being different. And I got a little bit of abuse in the past because of my shield, and I thought of coming in Chicago with a shield on didn't make any sense. So I went ahead and took it off, and I feel fine without it.
Especially when you got a couple of wild guys in your club that don't even wear helmets, like Doug Wilson and Al Secord, huh?
Yeah, well, that's a little different. You know that the Blackhawks are well known as a real tough team, and I just wanted to be a part of it.
How do you feel you fit that image? Because it was said that you were expected to be the rugged winger that would fill that role.
Well, I've been trying to do it quite a bit. Of course, it's tough to get involved physically every night. You get sore, and it's always hard to play with pain. But it's been all right so far. I'm pretty satisfied. Of course, we could always expect more from game to game, and I'm like I said, I'm really want to get going. Coaches are happy with the work we're doing, then it's fine. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself trying to get too many goals or things like that.
So that about wraps it up from the Chicago Stadium. We're packing up the soda and the other accessories, and we are getting out of here. So on behalf of all the staff of the stadium and the Benkowski Sports Spotlight, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Come on, gentlemen, let's go have a cocktail.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.